Did you ever wonder what my wish list is in the niche realm and the designer realm? Well, you're in luck. Today I'm going to be shooting my designer wish list for 2020. This was a video I was supposed to shoot back in January and kind of see how the year goes, but better late than never. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get to the list. What's going on, fragrance family? Welcome to my 2020 designer wish list. This is where Papa, which I'm talking about me, has a little wish list. I've always had a mega huge wish list. Everything from YouTubers to base notes to articles to brands releasing new fragrances. I'm always adding and compiling new and old. You know, I'm not one of those that's always looking to all the new releases. No. I'm always looking everywhere. Anybody that knows me and my channel, I'm going indie, I'm going niche, I'm going designer. Doesn't matter if you're $5 that you were released in 1976 to 2019, 2020. I don't discriminate if you're a really good fragrance or you're from a brand that I really appreciate, or if I want to discover a new brand. I will do my research and kind of put you in my list, and things continue to be interesting. And this is what this channel and my journey is all about, is discovering, learning, and pushing that to all of you to let you know where I'm at in my journey, what am I discovering, what am I looking forward to. So this list, I did one of these lists back in, I'm trying to remember, 3-4 years ago on my channel, and I felt it was fun. This should have been better shot in January 2020, but we'll go with April 2020 because almost a quarter of the year is done now. But I got time on my hands, so I am going to shoot it now. I'll be quite honest, I'm actually working on this wish list. There's some fragrances that actually already got purchased, but we'll get to that. But this wish list was compiled in January 2020. I just never shot it. So I'm going to shoot it today, as you see. So if you're ever interested of what's on my radar, now I have a radar that's really immediate, that I really want to delve into or smell. So I'm going to share with you all. Maybe you own these fragrances. Maybe you're going to add some to your wish list because you saw it in this video. And this is what this is all about. It's informational. So let's get into my wish list. What am I excited in? I've compiled 13 different, it's not 13 fragrances. It's actually a list of stuff that I want to discover or bulk up on. I'm a collector, if you didn't know. So let's get into it. And some of them are specific fragrances that I've discovered or want to discover or want to blind buy. Some are cheapies, some are high end. You'll see I'm all over the place. As far as the designer game goes, I'm not your typical YouTuber, right? I'm not, you're not going to see a video from me for that new Acquadigio Profondo, whatever, man. That stuff it's way off my radar. Like, it's not even, I'm not even talking about that. But there's some fragrances like this one that's getting hyped right now. Toy Boy, yes, I've purchased it. It's still a cellophane. Why? Because I'm a YouTuber. I'm going to unbox this and give you my first impression when I'm good and ready. I got thousands of fragrances to sniff. I'm excited. I'm a frag head. I'm excited to see. But kudos to Eugene from You Smells Good. Great YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't. He told me. I respect his nose, so I blind bought it. It was $60 on Fragrance Buy. So good purchase for 50 mil. We'll see. We'll see what I get. That's the kind of designer head I guess I am. I'm through and through a designer head. Niche head, indie head. I'm all over the map. So I don't care how much they cost. I don't care which brand they're from. However, if I do have a very good recommendation from someone I highly respect, I will blind buy. I blind buy probably 90% of my stuff. I can't test it out. So I'll be good and honest. You shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, but I do it. I know my taste so well. Like, I can blind buy like this. I know brands. I know noses. The perfumiers behind them. That it's very easy for me to know that I'm going to really like a fragrance. And even though I don't like it, I do have a YouTube channel, so I can pan it on video, and it makes a good video. I don't want to be one of those that's always giving out positive reviews. I'm not like that. I'll give you exactly how I feel about a fragrance, good or bad. So if it's a shitty blind buy, at least I get a good video out of it. I digress. So I got 13 fragrances, and I'll be quite honest, a lot of this stuff is higher end designer fragrances from their higher end lineups. You'll see that, a lot of that in here, because I want to discover more of those. I'm really interested in a lot of them, like the Givenchy's and stuff like that. So I'm going to get into that, of course. But let's go. Let's start at number 13. Again, these are not really, I guess we'll say they're in order as far as excitement, but they may move from month to month, or if I've tested something out or I hear bad review, it may just go in the back of the pile and I may purchase something that was lower in the list instead of higher. So let's get into number 13. Number 13 is a cheapie by trade. It's not a new release. It's actually from the house of Azzaro, and I actually got ahead of the game here. I bought another Azzaro. It's not this one. I actually bought this one right here just recently. Azzaro Pour Homme Wild Mint. I'm excited about this. You guys know I love mint, but that's not number 13. It's actually Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. So it's part of the Azzaro Pour Homme series. I'm really delving into the Pour Homme from Azzaro. I really dig it. I hear really good things for the Intense. That would be a blind buy, by the way. Under 30 bucks. I hear that it's really good, underrated, cinnamon spice meats, kind of like a boozy quality from what I hear. I don't know, but I feel like I'm just going to throw it in a haul one day because it's high on my radar. I really want to get a lot of these Pour Hommes. I bought a whole bunch of these flankers that they've been releasing. They released a ginger one with this one too. I'm interested in that, but not as much as the Intense. The Intense I need to get ASAP. So hopefully it's going to be on my hit list. It is on my hit list for 2020, and hopefully I can throw it in a haul as a cheapie. Now let's move on to number 12. Number 12, I'm always looking for discontinued designer scents or ones I believe that are going to get axed in the near future. I'm a true collector. I'm a true frag head. I'm not one of those that continues to look at Macy's top 10 and revamp my collection, and that's what's going to be in my rotation. I'm really not interested in the ADGs Profondos and the whatever's getting hyped right now on YouTube. Get me out of that junk. I'm not interested. I'm more interested in stuff that maybe I forgot during my journey, that I just never really got into. So fragrances like Dior Homme Eau. I really wasn't interested in that one, but I own the whole collection of Dior Hommes. So I heard Eau's getting axed, and I remember smelling it way back when it got released, and I was like, this is super boring. It actually isn't that good. And I just went, and I never really paid any attention to it. Now it just came back to my radar. Like, it was just like, woo, it's getting discontinued. What do you want to do? Do you want to have the whole Dior Homme collection? Because I do, except for that one. Yeah, let's get it. And pro tip, I already got it. I got it split, so I already have a bottle of it, and you guys will see that in an upcoming haul. Same with YSL Homme Ultime. Same thing with that. I heard discontinuation. So many YouTubers love it. I actually smelt that one also in Sephora way back when it first got released. I think it was the same day as the Dior Homme Eau, and I was like, this is super boring. But now, like, YouTubers, like, every single year, the more the years pass, the more Ultime's getting some hype from a lot of fragrance reviewers. And I'm like, did I really miss that mark? You know, I remember spraying it on a piece of paper, and that never tells the whole story. So I haven't bought a YSL flanker in a long time. So yeah, I bought it. I already have it, actually. So I'm interested in that. L'Homme Libre Tonic. I have L'Homme Libre from YSL, the blue bottle, but I want the tonic, the cologne tonic one. Very rare, hard to find. And those are the things that kind of get, like, I'm not expecting much from it. This is just a collector standpoint, that I want all the YSL ums. And I kind of fell off a little bit. It's just like Le Male. I'm going to get those flankers. I'll keep getting them. They may be flops, but it's just for collection purposes. So I'm always looking for recently discontinued scents or ones that I want to add to my collection. I have little collections within my collection, right? Amen series, I'm always going to blind buy them. Le Male is one of those. YSL I love that. Fahrenheit, Dior Homme. I probably won't get the 2020 Dior Hommes because that's just overkill. I think I got the better ones, the older lineup. But there is just like the one from Dolce & Gabbana. I love getting all those bottles. So for a collector, that's something that gets my juices flowing. And sometimes when you hear that discontinuation in your ear a little bit, you're like, yeah, I'll pay 50 bucks. Put it in. Done. So that's number 12. Number 11. This is going to go into more of a higher end lineup for the designer line. This is Dunhill. If you've been on my channel for a few years, I really didn't talk about Dunhill for probably my first 7-8 years on YouTube. Now I've purchased a lot. Obviously the Dunhill Icon series was getting a lot of press. I still think those are very lukewarm fragrances. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of the Dunhill Icon series, but the bottles look great, so I collect them. I don't wear them that much, but I've been discovering Dunhill quite a bit. However, they just released, I think it was last year, a Dunhill Signature Collection. One called Arabian Desert, Indian Sandalwood, British Leather, and Moroccan Amber. I see them at discounters for around 100, 120, so a little higher end up. The bottles look great. The names really, I feel like the British Leather I want to check out. Moroccan Amber. Actually, I want to check them all out. I actually probably want to blind buy all four. They look good. I don't think they'll be worth the 120 or 100 Canadian that they're going for right now. So I may get them split, so it'll be like half the price for me. So I may be looking into that lineup. You may see one or two pop up in hauls this year. At number 10, it is a specific fragrance, and it's Gucci Guilty Oud. I've heard such great things. I'm actually really surprised I haven't purchased a bottle yet. I know Fragrance X had it, but they had it for like almost retail, $150 Canadian. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna buy that for 150 Canadian. But don't call it a comeback. But I feel the Gucci Guilty line was definitely 100% one of the worst lines in the designer game. Sorry, not sorry. But then they released Gucci Guilty Absolute by Alberto, and I was like, whoa, this thing is absolutely crazy. Now this oud one that has blackberry, leather, and oud in the note breakdown, blind buy worthy, 100%. What's not to love? I think I may get that towards the tail end of summer and get it for fall and winter. I think that one is going to be great. And I know a lot of respected no's that I talk about, all say great things about Gucci Guilty Oud. So it's on the buy list. At number 9, we have Boucheron's high-end line. Now, Boucheron is a line or a brand that really I don't talk about. I don't think I own a bottle from Boucheron. I don't think I do. However, they got a high-end lineup, which is absolutely beautiful bottles. They've been hitting discounters, and I think it was Fragrance By that had them that really caught my eye. I was like, these are beautiful bottles. And they got an amber-based one, Ambre d'Alexis, an oud one, Oud de Carthage, vanilla one, Vanille de Zanzibar, and Patchouli d'Ancre. So patchouli, vanilla, oud, and amber-based one. So just like that Dunhill Signature Collection, this one from Boucheron really is interesting. Beautiful white bottles. Oh, I love anything white. So clean. So expect at least one or two. I don't think I can go wrong with any of them. So it's just like that Dunhill. I think it's just going to be a dice game. I'm going to just do some research and pick one or two and blind buy them. So Boucheron is definitely on my radar in the designer realm. At number 8, high-end Yves Saint Laurent. So YSL has this couture line. I got Tuxedo. Remember Tuxedo? I did a first impression on it. I popped the cherry last year to start this collection. However, I'm eyeing their leather-based one called Cuir. Then they have Trench, among others. They got a whole bunch that I really am interested in. I'd love to discover this whole line. I wish I had a discovery set of the line just to discover them. But Tuxedo was that good that they have my attention. And YSL really doesn't do great fragrances. Honestly, they're not top tier, but Tuxedo was really, really good. And I feel like the leather-based one called Cuir is going to be just as good. So that one is probably going to be the next one purchased for me in 2020. At number 7, we have the House of Cartier. Now, Cartier is an underrated designer brand. And even me, I'll tell you, YouTube, as far as Cartier goes, they don't get that much press. They do get press, but they don't get that much press. They're actually steadily solid over the years. They're not super flashy. You're not going to see a bunch of YouTubers blind buy this stuff, and they're not getting the views. Honest. So Cartier is a lineup. I absolutely loved Cartier when they released Roadster. That's what got my eye on the brand. I've purchased several from the brand Déclaration series, especially last year. I bought a whole bunch of Déclarations. The flankers are great. I have the Eau de Cartier lineup. So I always felt like Cartier was a very solid, there, you know, first tier you got your Chanel, your Dior's, and your Hermès, but second tier, I think Cartier is really solid in that second tier designer fragrance house that never gets that much press. So they're continuously releasing solid releases that never get much love in the community. So Roadster Sport is on my radar. Actually, already bought a tester of it, so you're going to see that in an upcoming unboxing. So I got Roadster Sport, so that was on my list. Eau de Cartier Zeste Soleil. My splitter actually just bought that one for me, getting it split, so that one's great. Déclaration d'un soir intense. So I bought Déclaration d'un soir, a great rose-based fragrance, like an awesome rose-based fragrance last year. Now I want the intense version. Almost impossible to find online. So if you have a link or you have a bottle, get a hold of me. L'Envol, also like a honey-based fragrance. Kind of boring, but the bottle's beautiful, and I do want to get that fragrance too. Even their higher end line looks interesting. They have a Oud Radieux and a few more. So I'm really interested in bulking up my Cartier lineup. I feel like I need to get a little bit more. They do freshies great, and they do some cooler weather fragrances also very, very well. So Roadster Sport and Eau de Cartier Zeste Soleil were both high on my radar. Both already done early in 2020, so I'm happy about that. But I still need to get the Déclaration d'un Soir Intense and L'Envol, and more to go, of course, from the House of Cartier. At number 7. At number 6, just like Boucheron, we got the House of Chopard. Chopard has a high-end line, also like Boucheron. They don't get any press, or hardly any press on YouTube. I don't think they do. And really, Chopard is, I'll be honest, more in the feminine side of things. Like, they're more known for their feminine fragrances than the men's fragrances. However, they have this higher end line that looks absolutely amazing. They got Agar Royale, Vanille de Madagascar, Miel d'Arabie, a honey-based fragrance that all look interesting. And those bottles, goddamn, they look good. Under $200 Canadian, at least. Probably Americans, probably around $100. So I really want to get my hands on those Chapards. I did a video on the vanilla one, Vanille de Madagascar, and I do have a sample of the honey-based one, Miel d'Arabie, somewhere in my room. Somewhere. It's somewhere. So I do want to get at least one of those this year. We'll see which one. It might be the honey-based one. I really think that one might be the winner from it, but those bottles are absolutely beautiful. At number 6, Chopard's high-end lineup. At number 5, Hermès, and more Hermès. Hermès is a brand that I absolutely love. I've loved it ever since Jean-Claude Ellena jumped onto the Hermès bandwagon and started churning out juice for them. I love Hermès. I love Jean-Claude Ellena's work. So I have maybe 2 dozen worth of Hermès' stuff just because of that guy. But there's some things that I missed around my journey. So I'm going back in time. I want to get I have all the Terre d'Hermès, and I'm missing one in particular, which is the pure perfume one. So I want the Parfum Terre d'Hermès and the Voyage one. So I have the Voyage Eau de Toilette, and I want the pure perfume one, same as the Terre. So I'm looking at those two, and they're super expensive online. Like, they're $150 Canadian. That's a lot. Case in point, I have purchased the Voyage one. I almost bought the Terre one, but I didn't. So I just got the Voyage one. So that one's in the mail. And I want to get Galop, which is a feminine release, but I hear really good things with it. I also want to bulk up my Hermessence lineup collection. It needs to beef up a little bit. I want the leather-based one, Cuir d'Ange. I want the Agar wood one, the oud-based one called Agar d'Ébène. They got a cedar-based one called Cèdre Sans Bac, among others. So I want to delve more into the Elenas that I kind of missed out on, because I want to get all the Elenas. Honestly, I want them all, and I want to start delving into the newer stuff to see what the new Parfumier is doing in Hermès. And I've started that last year. I've purchased a bunch of them, but I really want to see what she has done, and of course the ones from Elena that I've kind of missed or haven't purchased. So more Hermès in 2020. It can't be a bad thing. They do a lot of fresh fragrances, which is Elena's bread and butter. So there's a lot of those that I'm actually missing. So I can't wait to delve into the House of Hermès. At number 4, discover Givenchy's high-end lineup. I've heard a lot of great things about Givenchy's high-end lineup. I don't own any. The bottles look great. I always hear from a lot of noses that I absolutely respect talking about these fragrances. So they got an amber one called Ambre Tigre, so tiger amber. Cuir Blanc, so they got a leather-based one called white leather. Myrrhe Carmin, Patchouli de Minuit, Oud Flamboyant, Essence des Vins. They're all on my must-get list. I just don't know where to start yet. I really feel like I want to maybe get the myrrh-based one or the oud or the leather. So there's so much to see. I'd love to have a discovery set actually from Givenchy's high-end lineup and see where I want to start. And as you can see, you know, I'm not looking forward to brand new 2020 releases. I'm actually going back in time and going, okay, all these high-end lineups, you know, all these Chanel's and Dior's and Givenchy's, even Hugo Boss, Dolce & Gabbana, they all have these higher end lineups. In the past like 5 to 10 years, they've been releasing these now. And I can't really sniff them all. You know, I've delved into the Dior's and the Chanel's, the important ones, we'll say, the Armani Privés and all that. But I want to start delving into the brands that maybe I haven't checked out. And that's where my goal is to start checking out some more Givenchy. And Givenchy's actually doing really good with their Gentleman series too. I really like what they've been doing with that lineup. So at number 4, more Givenchy in the future. Now my top 3. Let's take a look at number 3. Another higher end lineup. Again, for my true designer frag heads, I do apologize to you because you're probably looking for some newer releases that are, I guess, affordable. My taste is my taste right now. I'm all over the place. I know that I've named some Hermès, some Cartier, some true designer fragrances, even Azzaro's. But for me, I'm looking for stuff that's underground, releases that not a lot of people, you know, in the press. I'm looking for stuff that maybe a little older. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for scents that maybe on YouTube nobody's talking about. So those are things that really interest me. So one of them at number 3 is Herrera's higher end lineup also. This is a lineup that I purchased Virgin Mint. I got that split with my splitter. Love you, buddy. Virgin Mint from Herrera is one of the better mints in the game. I absolutely love that fragrance. It's actually going to be in my upcoming spring top 20 list. Yes, top 20 lists are coming back. And again, Virgin Mint's in it, so there you go. But this Herrera high-end lineup, I started with the mint because I love mint, and that was a great blind buy, by the way. So now I'm back to it. I need to blind buy some more from this line, which right now, it's called the Confidential lineup. They got Gold Incense, Oud Couture, Amber Desire, Mystery Tobacco, Platinum Leather. Okay, kind of goofy names, but whatever. Those are all, and you can see all these higher end lineups, they all utilize the same notes as the central notes. The ambers, the tobaccos, the leathers, the ouds. It's all the same stuff, but those are notes that I absolutely love. So I don't even know where to start. I feel like I'm going to go with the tobacco one with this one because a lot of people are saying this tobacco one is absolutely great to have. And I feel like this is a lineup that is hard to find. I don't think there's many samples. I don't think they even give out samples for this Confidential lineup. So it's one of those that I want to spotlight on my YouTube channel. I want to get them because they seem interesting. And I want to talk to you that you may want to buy. So Herrera's high-end lineup is on my top 3. I'm zeroing on Herrera's lineup. As far as their designer lineup, the CH stuff, that junk, no. They just released one with a tiger on the what? No. So number 3, Herrera's high-end lineup. Number 2, what am I going to do? Well, I'm always looking to build on some of my favorite designer brands. One of them is Christian Dior. I love the Dior lineup. Always did. Fahrenheit, Dior Homme lineup. The Eau Sauvage lineup. I almost said Sauvage there. Shoot me. have always been very solid, and the flankers I've always enjoyed. So I want to build on my Dior lineup. Now, I love the higher end line from Dior. Leather Oud is one of my favorite scents of all time, honestly. But adding some cult favorites like from their higher end lineup, Vetiver, which I'll be honest, I bought. Oud Ispahan, which, being honest, I just bought. Cuir Canage, which is hard to find. I want to get that one too. Purple Oud, Santal Noir, Balade Sauvage, Thé Cashmere. So there's so many that I really want. I want to build my Dior high-end lineup. I feel like I haven't purchased any in a long, like I got Mitza like recently, like 4 or 5 months ago. You guys already saw the popped cherry on it, but I feel like I'm lacking. So I want to get more of those. Even going down to their Fahrenheit lineup, I own almost all Fahrenheits except Fahrenheit Cologne. So that one's on the radar right now, the Cologne version of Fahrenheit. But that's about it. Like obviously I bought Dior Homme Eau, so that's also was on the lineup too. But Dior, I would have to say Dior, YSL. Which other? There's a few designer brands that I'm really lacking. That I have to build up a little bit. So Dior is definitely one of those brands that I absolutely love, and I want to build a little bit more. So you may see a bunch of those. You're going to see one haul that I have like 4 Diors in it. Like I'm shooting it probably this month. So I can't wait to let you guys know, which includes the ultra exclusive Vetiver. So I can't wait to let you guys know about that. And at number 1, what am I hyped about in the designer game? What am I zeroing in? Last year, I purchased a lot of Guerlains. I did. I probably bought like 12 to 15 bottles of Guerlain. I'm still doing it this year. The Guerlain push continues through in 2020. I feel like my wish list of the brand is huge. It's probably more than 30 fragrances, maybe 40. And I probably own as many as that. I absolutely love this brand. There's lots to discover. There's tons of their higher end line to their men's lineup. Even their feminines are really interesting to me. So I got fragrances like from the line of Aqua Liguria. You know, I own like maybe 5 or 6 of those. I want to build it. I want to get 8 or 9. Coconut Fizz was on my piece of paper right here telling me that's what I want to buy in 2020. I already bought it. So this list is kind of like, well, I already started on the list. And it's true to its name. It's when it's on my radar, I'm buying them. So I'm slowly hitting my list a little bit. To the Homme Ideal lineup, which I don't own the cool one. I hear there's mint in that one. They just released another Ideal now, Extreme, I think. That one seems interesting, so I want to get that. To getting more L'Art et la Matière with Angélique Noir, Mire et Délire. To an Oriental Brûlant, which has been on my to-buy list for several years now. To Chalimard, which I don't own a bottle of, which I want to get. To Le Frenchie, which is just a bottle that has blue and red on it. It's just beautiful red wood. I want it just for the bottle, honestly. I hear the fragrance is so-so, but I just want it for the bottle and to say I got Le Frenchie. Oud Essentiel is another one that I want, the Santal one. They're releasing another one from that lineup now that I just heard is the Patchouli one, so that's another one on the list. So Guerlain is one of those brands that's number 1 on the focus. That, Hermès, Dior, I would have to say are the big ones in regards to me purchasing a bulk version of them. It would be interesting to see at the end of the year how many from those brands that I've purchased in 2020. But that is on my wish list. So that's my wish list, guys. You know, it wasn't really, it was probably a big video. It's probably 20 minutes long, but I just love to share with you what is on my wish list, what I want to discover, and it's always ever changing. My interest in certain fragrances or brands go up and down, but some of them are really, you know, I would have to say really stable, like Hermès and Guerlain. Those are 2 brands that I feel like I always get like several from each brand every year. I keep collecting. I'm a collector through and through, and I know that maybe some of you were looking for like certain fragrances by name, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but me, I bulk purchase. So you're going to see a lot of this kind of stuff. And I know I've emphasized a lot of the upper lineups for a lot of these brands, but that's what this journey is all about. I want to discover. And I haven't discovered. You know, I really have been focusing on building my Chanel's, my Dior's as far as the higher end lineups. Armani Privé, I'm trying to figure out which other ones I have behind me here. Of course, the Guerlain's higher ends. So those are brands that I continuously get, even like Tom Ford's. But now I kind of want to start delving into some brands that like the Boucherons and the Chopins that are very off the wall and just see what they have to offer. So I'm really intrigued in that. And that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I would love for you in the comments below. You can give me recommendations on the 13 I just named off. So if you own some of these and you say like, Mark, you gotta check out the, I don't know, the mystery tobacco from Herrera. I own it, love it, it's the best of the line. Those are the type of comments I'll be like, make me think, okay, I should get that. Or Mark, Cuir Canage is going to be really hard to find now. You better get your hands on that before it's even harder to find. Get your mitts on it. You'll like it. So those are things that I'd love to see in the comments below. If you don't have any recommendations, I'd love to see what you guys are looking forward to in the designer realm in 2020. And I'll be doing a niche one like this. I think these are very much almost a diary for me, like a fragrance diary, where I can go like 2-3 years later on my YouTube channel and go, oh, that's what I was interested in. But again, thank you so much for the support, and I'll be back with another one. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.